Young warriors of the modern age, let me take you back to a time when chaos was not a source of despair but a riddle waiting to be solved. Picture a Spartan phalanx on the battlefield. Each warrior is a single piece of a larger puzzle, a single blade in a wall of shields. Alone, a hoplite is formidable. But as part of the phalanx, he is invincible. This is the essence of slicing and dicing, breaking down the overwhelming into its smallest parts and mastering each one. Let us delve into this ancient lesson, drawing parallels between the past and present. As we march through the annals of Greece, Rome, and Asia Minor, we'll uncover how the principles of segmenting challenges, analyzing attributes, and fostering innovation have always led to triumph. The Spartan agog was not a singular institution, but a collection of rigorous disciplines. Boys were not simply thrown into the wild to survive. Their training was divided into physical endurance, combat skills, and the cultivation of cunning. Each segment built upon the other, forging complete warriors. Now imagine your own life as a battlefield. Perhaps you face overwhelming doubts, family expectations, or career challenges. These struggles, when taken as a whole, can seem insurmountable. But if you break them into smaller skirmishes, analyze each fear, each expectation, you can confront and master them individually. Take inspiration from the ancient engineers of Ephesus, who crafted the great temple of Artemis. They didn't approach the temple as one colossal task. They examined the project's attributes, the foundation, the columns, the sculptures. Each was perfected in isolation, then combined into one of the 7 wonders of the world. In ancient Crete, the labyrinth held the Minotaur, a beast that symbolized fear and chaos. Theseus defeated it not by charging headlong but by understanding its terrain and wielding the thread of Ariadne to navigate the maze. This story isn't just a myth. It's a blueprint for tackling fear. Take your fears, whether they stem from failure, rejection, or judgment, and break them down. What is the core of your fear? Is it a specific event, a memory, or an unknown outcome? For example, the fear of speaking your mind in a meeting might not stem from incompetence, but from a single moment when someone dismissed your idea. Analyze that moment. Understand it. Then, like Theseus, thread your way through the maze by addressing one aspect at a time. The relationship between a son and a father has always been complex. In Homer's Iliad, King Priam, the father of Hector, embodies both the burden of expectations and the deep love of a parent. Priam's expectations weighed heavily on Hector, driving him to greatness but also to tragedy. Reflect on your father's shadow in your life. Does it push you forward or hold you back? Break it down. Are his criticisms rooted in love or fear? Is his guidance still relevant, or has it become an anchor? Engage in acts that defy his expectations, not out of rebellion but to discover your own path. Just as Priam eventually bowed before Achilles to retrieve Hector's body, acknowledging his humanity, you too can liberate yourself by seeing your father as a man rather than an untouchable figure. The Colossus of Rhodes, that towering wonder of the ancient world, was not built as a monolith. Its creators broke it into parts: the head, the arms, the legs. Each piece was constructed individually, then assembled to create the awe-inspiring whole. This method is mirrored in the slice and dice strategy. Let's apply this to modern challenges. Suppose you feel stuck in your career. Break it down. Is the problem your skills, your workplace, or your mindset? Take inspiration from the mathematician Archimedes, who famously said, "Give me a place to stand and I will move the earth." Identify your fulcrum, the one attribute you can change, and leverage it to shift your entire situation. The Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, practiced a form of iterative learning. They viewed life as a series of experiments, constantly testing and refining their virtues. Marcus wrote in his Meditations, "Do not be discouraged if you fail. Return to the task." Who can keep you from acting if you are true to yourself? Take a lesson from their journals. Record your thoughts daily. Break your experiences into attributes. What went well? What failed? What can be improved? Like the Stoics, iterate on your life. Your failures are not tombstones, but stepping stones. When Rome faced existential threats, the Senate turned to Cincinnatus, a farmer who left his plow to lead the Republic. He didn't impose sweeping reforms or reckless strategies. Instead, he broke the crisis into parts: morale, strategy, and logistics. In mere days, he resolved the conflict and returned to his farm. Leaders in the modern age must do the same. If you oversee a team, or even your household, segment your responsibilities. Are morale and communication breaking down? Address these first. Cincinnatus teaches us that even monumental challenges can be conquered through deliberate segmentation. The Athenians thrived on experimentation, whether in governance, philosophy, or the arts. Their democracy was an ongoing experiment, evolving through debate and iteration. When a law didn't work, they revised it. When a strategy failed, they regrouped. Adopt this mindset in your endeavors. Whether you're building a business or navigating a relationship, embrace experimentation. Test new approaches. Evaluate results. Like the Athenians, view setbacks as opportunities for refinement. Socrates didn't lecture. He asked questions. He mentored Plato not by dictating truths, but by guiding him to discover them. This method underscores the value of mentorship in problem solving. Seek mentors who challenge you to think differently. If you're stuck, ask yourself, what would Socrates ask me? The process of answering that question often reveals solutions hidden within your own mind. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of facing fear. Rather than avoiding it, embrace it. Imagine fear as a lion blocking your path. You can either retreat or walk toward it. As you approach, you'll often find that the lion is an illusion, a shadow cast by your own mind. Engage with your fears daily. Each step forward diminishes their power. Life is a battlefield and you are the general of your army. Your challenges are the enemy phalanx, formidable but not invincible. By slicing and dicing each problem into manageable parts, you can outflank and overwhelm them. Remember the lessons of the past, the segmented training of the Spartans, the iterative experiments of the Stoics, the mentorship of Socrates, and the leadership of Cincinnatus. These ancient strategies are not relics, but timeless tools. So, young warriors, take up your shields and march forward. Segment your fears, analyze your challenges, and embrace experimentation. In doing so, you will not only conquer your battles, but also forge a life of authenticity, courage, and growth. The wisdom of ages is your ally. Use it well.